The hidden risk in your fruit bowl. As a kidney doctor, I'm genuinely shocked. There's a common fruit that can raise the risk of chronic kidney disease faster than you might expect, and most people have it in their kitchen right now. You see, it's easy to assume that every fruit is automatically good for us. After all, we've been told for decades that eating plenty of fruit is key to staying healthy, and in many ways, that's true. Fruits are rich in vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants. But for some people, especially seniors, certain fruits can quietly work against our kidneys, creating strain we may not even feel until it's too late. The kidneys, those two small but powerful organs near your lower back, play a vital role in filtering waste from your blood, balancing your body's fluids, and regulating important minerals like potassium and sodium. As we age, kidney function naturally declines. For many people over 60, the kidneys become less efficient, which makes them more vulnerable to additional stress. Now, here's where the surprising risk comes in. Some fruits, like bananas, contain very high levels of potassium. Potassium is essential for nerve and muscle health, but when the kidneys can't process it efficiently, as is often the case in older adults or anyone with even mild kidney decline, excess potassium can accumulate in the bloodstream. This condition, called hyperkalemia, can cause muscle weakness, fatigue, an irregular heartbeat, and in severe cases, even cardiac arrest. Bananas are one of the most potassium-rich fruits, and while they are healthy for many people, they can quietly cause harm in those with reduced kidney function. It's a classic example of how even seemingly wholesome choices can pose hidden dangers as our bodies change with age. That's why it's so important for seniors and caregivers to understand that maintaining kidney health isn't just about avoiding salty or processed foods. Even natural foods need to be eaten wisely. If you value calm, science-backed health guidance, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe, and share it so we can help more people protect their kidneys together. And don't worry, I'm not here to scare you or say you can never eat a banana again. This video will guide you gently, explaining clearly who need to be cautious and what practical changes can help. To understand why this fruit matters so much, let's start with what happens to our kidneys as we age. How aging changes your kidneys. When we think about aging, we often focus on what we can see: wrinkles, gray hair, or stiff joints. But inside our bodies, quieter changes are taking place, especially in our kidneys. Your kidneys are two remarkable, fist-sized organs located just below your rib cage. Every day, they filter about 50 gallons of blood, removing waste products, balancing salts and fluids, and helping regulate your blood pressure. They also play a key role in managing minerals like sodium, calcium, and potassium, all essential for healthy function. But as we grow older, these hard-working organs begin to quietly weaken. One key measure of kidney health is called the glomerular filtration rate, or GFR. This is a way of measuring how well the kidneys are filtering your blood. By about age 40, GFR starts to decline naturally, and this decline can accelerate after age 60. Even in people who feel perfectly healthy, the kidney's filtering ability becomes less efficient. Another change that occurs is a reduction in what's known as renal reserve. When we're young, our kidneys can handle extra work or recover from strain more easily. With age, this reserve diminishes, meaning the kidneys have less capacity to cope with sudden stress, dehydration, or injury. So, while you may feel fine, your kidneys may already be under quiet strain, working harder to maintain balance. This is why the common belief, "I feel fine, so my kidneys must be fine," can be misleading. Early stages of kidney decline are often silent. There are typically no obvious symptoms until significant damage has already occurred. It's also important to understand that diet can either help or hurt this natural process of aging. Certain foods and drinks can accelerate kidney decline by overloading them with substances that are harder to process, like excess sodium, added sugars, and even certain minerals. This is why what we eat becomes especially important as we age. In a younger body, the kidneys may easily handle fluctuations in diet, but for seniors, even small, repeated stresses, such as regularly eating high-potassium foods when kidney function is already reduced, can gradually push the kidneys toward trouble. The good news is that awareness can empower prevention. By understanding these changes, you can take simple, thoughtful steps to protect your kidneys and reduce risk. This brings us to potassium, an important nutrient that can become a hidden problem for seniors. Potassium in aging kidneys, a delicate balance. Potassium is an essential mineral, absolutely vital for health. It helps regulate heart rhythm, supports nerve function, and allows muscles to contract properly. Without enough potassium, our bodies can't function well. But as with many things, balance is key. In a healthy adult, the kidneys play a central role in maintaining this balance. After we consume potassium from foods, especially fruits, vegetables, and certain dairy products, our kidneys carefully regulate how much stays in the bloodstream and how much is excreted in the urine. It's a finely tuned process that most of us don't think about, because when kidneys are healthy, it happens quietly and efficiently. But here's where things change as we age. As we discussed earlier, the filtering ability of the kidneys declines naturally over time. In seniors, particularly those over 60, this means the kidneys may not clear potassium from the body as efficiently as they once did. Even a diet that seemed perfectly healthy at age 40 can cause problems at age 70, simply because the body's ability to maintain potassium balance has changed. When potassium levels in the blood rise too high, a condition known as hyperkalemia can develop. This is especially dangerous because it often has no symptoms until it becomes severe. In its early stages, there might be subtle signs like muscle weakness or fatigue. But as potassium builds up, it can interfere with the heart electrical system, leading to an irregular heartbeat or, in the worst case, sudden cardiac arrest. This doesn't mean that potassium itself is harmful. Far from it. Potassium is crucial for health, and fruits and vegetables are valuable parts of most people's diets. But the key point is that for seniors, particularly those with even mild kidney decline, the kidneys can quietly lose their ability to handle large amounts of potassium at once. There's a common belief that fruits and vegetables are always good for you. In general, that's true, but it becomes more nuanced when kidney function declines. In fact, some very healthy foods can become risky in excess for aging kidneys. And among these foods, one particular fruit stands out because of its unusually high potassium content. So what is this surprising fruit that can tip the balance dangerously? Let's talk about that next. The surprising culprit, the banana problem. So what is a surprising fruit that can quietly strain aging kidneys? It's one that most of us think of as a symbol of good health, the humble banana. Bananas are often praised for their convenience, fiber, and nutrients. But what many people don't realize is that bananas are extremely high in potassium. A single medium banana contains about 400 milligrams of potassium, a significant amount, especially when you consider that people with reduced kidney function are often advised to limit their potassium intake to around 2,000 milligrams per day. That means just one banana could represent nearly 20% of a full day's safe allowance for someone with chronic kidney disease, CKD, or even early kidney decline. The problem isn't the banana itself, it's how the aging body handles it. In younger, healthy kidneys, potassium from banana is easily processed and excreted, keeping blood levels in balance. But in seniors, especially those over 60 or with even mild kidney impairment, this balance becomes harder to maintain. Regularly eating potassium-rich foods like bananas can quietly lead to elevated potassium levels, increasing the risk of hyperkalemia without any warning signs. There's a common belief that bananas are always healthy because they can help with muscle cramps. This is partly true. Potassium is important for muscle function, and some people benefit from including potassium-rich foods in their diet. But this advice isn't one-size-fits-all. For seniors whose kidneys are beginning to decline, even if they feel well, the usual recommendation to eat a banana for cramps could actually increase risk. It's important to emphasize that bananas are not inherently dangerous. If your kidneys are healthy, a banana can still be part of a balanced diet. The key is awareness. For seniors, particularly those who already have reduced kidney function or conditions like high blood pressure or diabetes, which can quietly affect the kidneys, moderation is essential. If you're unsure about your kidney health, it's wise to speak with your doctor or dietitian. They can help determine whether potassium restriction is necessary and guide you on how much, if any, banana is safe for you. Remember, this isn't about fear or strict elimination. It's about making informed, individualized choices based on your body's changing needs. But bananas aren't the only concern. There are other fruits that seniors should be cautious about. Other high-potassium fruits, what seniors should know. While bananas are one of the most well-known potassium-rich fruits, they are far from the only ones. Many other fruits that seem healthy and natural can quietly contribute significant amounts of potassium, a potential concern for CNAs, especially those with declining kidney function. Let's take oranges and orange juice, for example. A single medium orange contains about 240 milligrams of potassium, and a typical glass of orange juice may contain 500 milligrams or more. For someone with healthy kidneys, that's not a problem. But for CNAs whose kidneys have become less efficient, these amounts can add up quickly, especially when combined with other potassium sources throughout the day. Avocados are another surprising source. Just half an avocado can provide nearly 500 milligrams of potassium. Avocados have become popular for their healthy fats, but they also pack a substantial potassium load, something that needs to be managed carefully in those at risk for kidney problems. Then there are dried fruits like dates, apricots, and raisins. Dried fruits deserve special attention because the drying process concentrates their nutrients, and that includes potassium. For example, half a cup of dried apricots can contain over 1,000 milligrams of potassium, far more than their fresh counterparts. It's easy to consume large amounts of dried fruit without realizing just how much potassium you're taking in. Melons such as cantaloupe and honeydew are also high in potassium. A typical cup of cantaloupe has about 430 milligrams of potassium. Again, perfectly healthy for many people. But for CNAs with reduced kidney function, consuming large portions could contribute to potassium buildup over time. This doesn't mean these fruits are forbidden. Far from it. But portion size and context matter greatly. For CNAs with healthy kidney function, these fruits can still be enjoyed as part of a balanced diet. For those with any decline in kidney function, moderation becomes key, and guidance from a doctor or dietitian can help tailor a safe, individualized eating plan. The most important takeaway is that dietary adjustments aren't about unnecessary restriction. They are about thoughtful protection. By understanding how these fruits affect aging kidneys, CNAs can continue to enjoy a wide variety of foods while reducing silent risks. Beyond potassium, other factors impact kidney health as we age, including hydration. Hydration and kidney health in CNAs. We've all heard the advice: drink as much water as possible to stay healthy. While hydration is undeniably important, this simple recommendation becomes more complicated and even risky as we age, especially for CNAs with declining kidney function. One key change is that as we grow older, our sense of thirst naturally diminishes. This means CNAs may not feel thirsty even when their bodies need fluids. At the same time, the kidney's ability to concentrate urine and manage fluid balance also declines. As a result, older adults can become both more prone to dehydration and, paradoxically, more vulnerable to fluid overload if they drink too much, particularly if their kidneys or heart are not working efficiently. For people with reduced kidney function or chronic kidney disease, CKD, the kidneys may not clear excess fluid as well as they once did. This can lead to fluid retention, a condition where too much fluid accumulates in the body, potentially causing swelling in the legs, feet, and ankles, as well as increased strain on the heart and lungs. In some cases, this can lead to shortness of breath or dangerously elevated blood pressure. That's why the common idea that more water is always better doesn't hold true for everyone, especially CNAs with kidney or heart conditions. Instead, hydration needs to be approached thoughtfully, with awareness of your individual circumstances. So how can CNAs and caregivers navigate this balance safely? Here are a few practical tips. Monitor daily fluid intake carefully, including not just water but all beverages, soups, and even foods with high water content like melons. Watch for signs of fluid overload, such as unexplained weight gain over a few days, swelling in the legs or ankles, or difficulty breathing. Check in with your doctor or dietitian regularly to understand your personal fluid needs. Some CNAs may require fluid restrictions, while others may need reminders to drink enough throughout the day. Aim for steady, moderate hydration rather than drinking large amounts at once. Sipping small amounts regularly can be more manageable and safer. Ultimately, the right hydration plan is highly individualized. What works for one person may not be appropriate for another, depending on their kidney function, heart health, medications, and other factors. Next, let's talk about how medications interact with diet to affect kidney health. Medications, supplements, and their impact on senior kidneys. Medications and supplements are an essential part of health management for many CNAs, but what often goes unnoticed is how these substances can quietly burden the kidneys over time. The kidneys play a key role in filtering and excreting many medications and their byproducts. As kidney function naturally declines with age, their ability to clear these substances diminishes, leading to a greater risk of accumulation and potential harm, even for medications that seem harmless or familiar. Let's start with a class of drugs many people use regularly, nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs, such as ibuprofen and naproxen. These are often used to relieve aches, arthritis, or headaches, but regular or heavy use can reduce blood flow to the kidneys, impairing their function. For CNAs with pre-existing kidney decline, even occasional NSAID use can pose a real risk. Another example involves certain blood pressure medications, specifically ACE inhibitors and ARBs, angiotensin receptor blockers. These medications can be kidney protective in some people, but they also require careful monitoring because they affect how the kidneys handle filtration and electrolytes like potassium. Without regular follow-up, they can contribute to silent imbalances, especially when combined with other medications or a high-potassium diet. Diuretics, commonly prescribed for conditions like high blood pressure or heart failure, increase urine production to help remove excess fluid. While helpful for some, they can also deplete the body of important electrolytes or lead to dehydration, both of which can strain aging kidneys. Beyond prescription medications, over-the-counter supplements can also pose risks. Potassium supplements, for instance, may seem like a simple way to boost health, but for CNAs with reduced kidney function, they can easily tip potassium levels into the danger zone. Similarly, many herbal remedies marketed as natural contain compounds that require careful processing by the kidneys and can inadvertently contribute to kidney stress. This is why it's so important for CNAs and caregivers to regularly review all medications and supplements with a doctor or pharmacist. Even if you feel fine, long-term use of certain drugs can create a silent kidney burden, slowly affecting kidney health without noticeable symptoms until significant decline has occurred. Being proactive about this review is a powerful step in protecting your kidneys as you age. Finally, let's wrap up with simple, everyday habits to protect your kidneys for the long run. Protecting your kidneys, everyday tips for CNAs. As we discussed throughout this video, your kidneys work tirelessly in the background, performing vital tasks that help keep your entire body in balance. While they naturally become less efficient with age, the encouraging truth is this: small, thoughtful choices made every day can protect and preserve kidney health for years to come. Let's take a moment to gently summarize the most important strategies you can start practicing right away. First, be mindful of portion control for potassium-rich foods. Bananas, oranges, avocados, melons, and dried fruits are all nutritious but can quietly contribute to high potassium levels when consumed in excess, especially in CNAs with declining kidney function. Moderation is key. If you are unsure about your personal needs, speak with your doctor or a registered dietitian who can help you tailor your diet to your individual health. Second, regular kidney function testing is essential after age 60. Even if you feel perfectly well, it's important to know how your kidneys are functioning. Simple blood and urine tests can provide early warning signs and allow for adjustments before problems arise. Don't wait for symptoms to appear. By then, damage may already be significant. Third, practice wise hydration. CNAs often face unique challenges in balancing hydration, with risks of both dehydration and fluid overload. Pay attention to your body's signals, monitor your fluid intake, and seek guidance from your healthcare team if you have kidney or heart conditions that affect fluid balance. Fourth, review your medications and supplements regularly with your doctor or pharmacist. Even over-the-counter pain relievers or natural supplements can place a hidden strain on the kidneys over time. Regular check-ins ensure that your medications are supporting your health safely. It's worth repeating, these steps are not about fear or restriction, they're about empowerment. Small, thoughtful changes in your daily routine can have a profound impact on your kidney health, helping you stay active, independent, and well for years to come. Aging kidneys deserve our care and attention, but they can continue to serve you well when you protect them wisely. If you found this video helpful, I warmly invite you to like this video, share it with friends and family, and subscribe to this channel. Your engagement helps us reach more CNAs and caregivers with clear, science-based guidance. And most importantly, remember that your doctor is your partner in this journey. Please consult them for personalized advice, because your health deserves nothing less. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. The hidden risk in your fruit bowl. As a kidney doctor, I'm genuinely shocked. There's a common fruit that can raise the risk of chronic kidney disease faster than you might expect, and most people have it in their kitchen right now. You see, it's easy to assume that every